Aw. Well, life's rough. Now that's on record too, of course. Okay, let's start out here. What do we notice about it? Somebody throw any sort of global observation about the sentence that'll help you diagram. Sam. Nice. Panting uncontrollably is a participial phrase. Modifying what? In other words, who is panting uncontrollably? Correct. So Sam's already identified that this is not a clause, but this is actually a phrase modifying donkey. So somehow when we figure out where donkey goes on the line, we know that panting uncontrollably will fall below it. Anything else that you notice about it? Kaylin?
There's like a compound predicate or complex, like there's two
predicate. Yes, but yeah, you're absolutely correct. So we've got a compound predicate. Let me do something quickly here just to make it a bit easier for us. Okay, so the compound structure, of course, involves the structure which looks a bit like a fork. And I will create one of those on the right-hand side of my diagram because, of course, we are diagramming a compound predicate, not a compound subject as we did with the original sentence. Okay. Kaylin, while I'm doing this, help me out here. What is my simple predicate?
Your simple?
Simple.
Is
ran. Excellent. Ran. Fell. Kaylin, what's my simple, what is my simple subject? Correct. Good. And Kaylin, one last question to complete the compound structure. Basically, where does the and go?
in between.
Good. We use the dotted line. We draw that coordinating conjunction in between the two forks of the compound structure. So let me write it over here. And excellent. Okay, I think the rest of this should fall pretty simply. Somebody want to help me out with the next step? Or shall I just torture Kim again? No, we've tortured Kim enough. Danny, go ahead.
Well, onto the ground is a prepositional phrase.
Good. Modifying what? That's correct. So onto the ground is a prepositional phrase. Modifying fell, that means that it falls below fell. Over here, let me create my prepositional phrase structure. Onto ground the. Darren, help me out with out of the castle. What do you think?
Out goes under rain.
Correct. What is out? That's correct. And Darren, I'll give you a little bit of help because this one can be a bit tricky. Out of is actually one of those tricky two-word prepositions. So remember that some of the prepositions, because of is another example, are actually two words, and they belong on the same line. But you were correct in your original estimation that out is a preposition. You're also correct that it modifies ran. Out of castle the. Very good. Okay, Sam, going back to you. Do you remember how to diagram the participial?
Is it the thing?
Yeah, the participial itself, the original word, will slide down that slope that looks like a prepositional phrase slope. Good. And of course it attaches to donkey, right? So we do it this way, as Sam has said. Panting sort of slides. The participial slides down that prepositional phrase looking slope, belonging on both the diagonal and the horizontal line. And of course, uncontrollably is an adverb which modifies panting. And you're done. Good job. Questions?